Hey guys, my name is Sharona Patrice and I'm back with another video. If you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. Today I would like to talk about Bible reading. And so I was thinking, sometimes it's hard for us to figure out where to start, especially if you're new to Christianity or new to being saved, or maybe you just need a refresher. It's kind of hard to figure out where to start at. And so I just kind of want to touch on that a little bit today. So first I want to say that you have to find a version of the Bible that's easiest for you to read. So I do start with the King James Version. Most of the time I can pretty much understand what it's saying, but if I don't, I will go to the Message Bible. And so the Message Bible pretty much breaks it down a little bit better for me to understand. And so I don't actually have the Message Bible, but I use the Bible app, the YouVersion Bible app on my phone. And so that has like different translations. So even if you don't want to use the Message Bible, they have all kinds of translations on there. So that's my first tip, is to find a version of the Bible that you best understand. And then my second tip is to pray before you start reading. Every time before you start reading, you should pray. And the reason why I say that is because you have to pray that you understand what you're reading, and you have to pray that you gain wisdom and knowledge from it, and you're not just reading it just to read it. So just getting a version of the Bible that you understand, and then praying. So next, what I want to talk about is just 2 books of the Bible to start with. So the first one I would say is the book of John. And the reason why I say the book of John is because John was very close to Jesus. And so John, even though, so we have Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. They were all close to Jesus, and they all had their own like perspectives of the life of Jesus. And so, but John, the thing with John is that he was the closest to him. And so he really dug into like the Jesus's message and his miracles and his life. Like it really gave a really good perspective on Jesus's life. And so when we're new to Christianity, John really kind of lets us get to know Jesus. And so, like I said in my last video, when you stray away, or if you're new to having a relationship, then you have to build a relationship. And how do you build a relationship is you get to know them. And so when you get to know them, or when you're getting to know Jesus, the best book of the Bible would be John, because he was just very, very personal with Jesus. So also, I would say the book of John is only 21 chapters. So you could read it very, very fast. Like, not very fast, but like 21 days. Like do a 21-day challenge and challenge yourself to read a book of John a day for 21 days. And so that way you can get some reading in. And it's not really about reading a lot, especially when you're new to being a Christian, or new to reading the Bible or anything like that. Like, it's really about just getting time in. So if you only have about 5 or 10 minutes in the Word, that's fine to begin with, because you really want to get like a grasp of what's going on. So John, 21 chapters, 21-day challenge. And if you want to do a 21-day challenge, I will do it with you. So comment below if you would like for me to do the 21-day challenge with you, and I will pick a date for us to start on that. So that's my first book, is John. So the second book I would say is Proverbs. And Reason why I say Proverbs is because Proverbs is like, it's a book of wisdom for everyday living. So it kind of like digs into like why you shouldn't be prideful, or like things that Jesus or God doesn't like, things that God doesn't like. It talks about adultery. It talks about, like, from a man's perspective of being married to a woman, or a woman's perspective of being married to a man. Like, it really like breaks down like everyday living. And so that is the reason why I say to read that. It's it's really, really easy to read. Like, it's not one of those books of the Bible that's hard to read. Solomon is the one who wrote the book of the Bible, and he really breaks it down for you to understand. And it's just simple everyday Christian living. And so that's why I say to start with that. And that is also 31 chapters. Yep, 31 chapters. And so when I read it, I will start at the beginning of the month. So I will pick a month that has 31 days, and I will start on day 1. And I will read a chapter every day. And then by the end of the month, I will have read the whole book of Proverbs. And it's just something simple like that. So you just want to be able to get into the word, just something to get into the word, and like I said, pray on it, ask God to give you wisdom and understanding and knowledge from what you're reading. And so you're just not just reading it. You really want to gain something from what you're reading. And so those are my 2 books that I would say to start with. If you want to even go further than that, you could do like Genesis, to kind of understand like why God created the things that he created, and like kind of like what he expected from us from the beginning. So if that was something that you would be interested in, that would be Genesis. If you're interested in like songs or prayers, then you could do Psalms, the book of Psalms. The book of Psalms, the chapters are pretty much short. Pretty much all of them are pretty much short, but there are a lot of chapters of that, so it is kind of hard to read that. As far as like a challenge, I guess I should say. But yes, every book of the Bible really pretty much has its like purpose. So I would definitely say John and Proverbs to start with. And if you get past that, then I would say Genesis and then Psalms. So that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed what I talked about, and I will see you next week.